It's good. It's really good. I like this. Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back office. This is a bit of a special item today because look, it's a brand new in-box item. And I got this as an absolute steal. It's available in eBuyer right now for £13 of your pounds, and it's a 3D printer, extruder type nozzle in a handheld gun. And I even ordered more of this. This is PLUR, and PLUR stands for polyurethanomic acid. No, I just made that up. I don't know what it stands for, but it doesn't matter. It's just the plasticky stuff it uses. And it's going to work a bit like a glue gun, an automated squidgely glue gunny type thing if you haven't played with 3D printing before. So let's flip open the box. Oh, it comes with some. And looking at this, that's a nice big pack too. It seems even a bit fatter and bigger than this. Interesting thing is we do have a PLA printer here in the back office, and I've got loads of this. In fact, we bought loads of rolls of that printer PLA. And haven't got hardly anywhere through it. So I've probably got enough, if this is a typical quantity to last you a while, to last you for decades. So that's great. Instruction manual. It's got some instructions here. The way the filament head should be. Correct. Wrong. Wrong. Power jack. Forward button. Forward button. 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 Reverse. Display, blah blah blah. You know, do we need this? No, of course we don't. We don't want the instructions because we don't care about those. But that's the pen itself. Feels a bit like a sort of a toy. You remember you used to have those toys where you used to have a book, and if you put the pen on the right answer, it would go ding, and if you put on the wrong answer, it would go oh. Can't remember what they were called. If you can remember what the pen thing was, that was cool. And a sort of power supply. That's it. Pretty generic, but that's quite a beefy looking thing. Let's have a look, see what it can do. It says it can do 2 amps at 12 volts. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Well, actually, we'll judge it, but we're not going to measure it. I'm definitely not going to bother measuring the current on that thing. Right, it is in. Pop that in there. Plah! It says, and it's going to be very hard for you to see at home, but it does say PLA there in the screen. Oh, cool. I wonder if these are the different materials. A65 or PLA. Well, there you go. Just going to put my ear up to this. Just going to take it away for a second. Doesn't do any ear sounds when I put my ear on that. That's fine. We'll pop that in there. I guess, though, this is going to be like any other sort of extruder device, and that it's going to take time to heat up. Oh, it has. Look. It's going up really fast. I don't know if you can actually even see that. It's just zooming up. So blurry. There you go. 180 degrees, 191. That's pretty rad, dude. Oh, shoo, shoo, shoo. Yes, it is hot there. I did touch the end. Don't touch the end, you fool. Let's pop that in there then, and we'll get some PLA out. I feel I want to do some, what looks good on the camera? I think blue. Blue's got a really good contrast. And remember, if you've got PLA, don't call it PLA, that's just me messing around. PLA, it can allegedly absorb moisture. So they say, oh, you shouldn't store it out in the open. I've never stored it in a bag. I've just had loads of PLA lying around, and to be honest with you, it's never really had a problem with it on my 3D prints. 3D printing at home seems so relatively inconsistent anyway, using PLA and these things, that it's fine. These look to be like offcuts. It's not a single roll of this, it's just like some pieces. These are probably just the offcuts at the end of the rolls. You just go to any sort of local hack space and say, just give us a bit of this, and they'll just give you some of this. There's always some lying around. So I'm going to feed some in the end. It's set to 192 degrees apparently. On the side there seems to be this slider. Whoa! Those buttons have started to work too. So obviously once it gets up to temperature, then it starts to allow it to extrude. But it didn't allow it to extrude before. That's sensible though. Now what that diagram is showing in the end was that showing you just trimming the end because you want it just nice and sharp. Because this looks like someone's just snapped it by hand. So I'm going to use my Stanley knife compatible, Stanley knife clone, to just trim the end a bit. But yeah, that's a nice sharp twang. That. Feed that through. Again, that's not really wanting to go in. I wonder how big the drive screw is, because that's just sitting there. So when you let go, it seems to suck it in and then pull it out again. So that's intriguing. That's probably to stop it from, when you let go of the button, to stop it squirting out extra PLA when you're... there we go. So I don't know what this mode is exactly here. Probably just affects the grip on it. It is sucking it in though. Look, there we go. There's a little bit of action going in at the end. I feel that I should put something down. Let's put this old USB 2-port switcher box. Whoa, there we go. So let's... How do you clean this? It's going to be too hot to handle. There we go. Bit like a glue gun. So do we need this sort of volume control? Let's leave it down. Let's just sort of... Oh, that's just nice and slow. Ah, so that's the speed. So that's just actually a potentiometer. It's not something that grips the PLA filament or anything. It's just a potentiometer. So let's zoom right in and let's have a go at making something then. I want to make some sort of a cube. See, that's a bit too slow, I reckon. Whoa! Wow, a cube-ish. So the idea is then you do that, and then you can let that cool, and I don't know how long it takes. It's starting to harden already. And then go again, look. And I can just deposit it and keep going. This looks really useful. I think this is going to be more useful, not for designing something, because I think you're going to just... It's going to be really crap when you're making something like that, but using it as a construction tool for sort of like filling stuff. Let's, I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's say you had this lid, this canister. It's not a really good example because it doesn't have quite the feature I want. But let's open up a gap on here. Right, so I've opened up a gap, and I'm going to try to zoom in and show you. I know the contrast's not going to be good, but if you can see the profile, you see there's a gap. Now let's say I wanted to use this though, just to fill that gap. I mean, that could be really cool. Because you're filling it with a material that's going to be very similar. Whoa, yes. How good is that? Look at that. I'm going to lick my finger and just run it across. Yeah, it's pretty hard already actually. Yeah, that is so cool. Look, that just using it as filler. I'm going to use it as body filler on cars. And I guess if you turn it really low down, if you want to do it really fine, but you can hear that. It's like hardly anything. It's hardly any at all. You're going to have to work at it for ages to sort of get in there, but that's fine. You might want that control. Yeah, and then you can hear when you let go of the button, it just does a retract and just sucks that back in, and that's cool. You've got the temperature thing again, 192. These LEDs probably mean something here. There's the 192. 2 LEDs here, green one in there and then a yellow one, but I think it's probably just, yeah, you can see it's just a temperature setting, just sort of fine tuning that temperature. But let's crank this up to maximum and let's see how quickly we can extrude something. Maybe try to make something vertical almost, if it will, see if it will actually set quick enough. Not really. It's just, it's blobbing out basically. Ah, groovy. That is absolutely groovy. Just want to have a look at this last bit that I did here. There we go. A bracelet for a mouse. That's just definitely what I wanted to make. So apart from that, yeah, I can't. This again, it's that sort of quite PLA type plastic. I can't think of any particular thing you might want to make out of it, but there's definitely going to be some useful applications here. It's starting to smoke actually on the end. It's a bit like when you have the glue gun glue and the glue in the end gets super hot and it goes a bit weird. So yeah, maybe you need to extrude a bit out to get it going again. Just trying to think if there's any projects you could do with your phone. Maybe some phone case augmentations. Like I want to, yeah, maybe I want a kickstand for my phone. So I'm going to make a couple of nubs. Trying a different style, this one. It's a bit like welding. I think you'll develop a skill. Look at that. Look at the one on the right compared to the one on the left. Just that one practice. You've given yourself a much better finish. So then with that, clearly I can just put my phone down and stick it to the bench. Yes. I'm surprised that OnePlus just didn't invent that so that your camera is really far off the bench. I have to admit, this is good fun. I think, yeah, £13. I think I paid an extra £2-3 for the filament, the additional filament, and that's quite expensive, but who cares? I mean, you can buy the filament online if you're really that bothered. Go on eBay, get a big roll of it. But if you want lots of colours, it's nice to be able to have them in all these sort of different colours. But yeah, I can see it being really useful in all sorts of applications. Sometimes, this sort of just reminds me that sometimes you have these sort of PCBs where they're sort of held in with a blob of something melty that you break, you know, to sort of fix them. But you can use this then just to replace that melty, because it's not glue gun glue. They have some sort of hard stuff, and this could be your next best thing. Also, this does seem to heat up a lot quicker than a glue gun. Clearly, it's not sticky in that same way as a glue gun, though. It's more structural, so it's not going to do all the jobs you need. But yeah, it could fit into your toolkit. So he said not doing a very good job. Actually, that's quite good. You see that actually has set like a kind of a clip if I don't interfere with it too much. So yeah, you could slide your board in, and that'll couple of them. Maybe if you've got those sort of Raspberry Pi projects on the go, that could be useful for you. I do like this. So have you got one of these, or has it been a total disaster for you and you really wish you didn't buy it? Or do you love it? And have you made anything interesting? If you have, you can tweet me. Yeah, that actually does kind of work now. Let it set. Yeah, please feel free to tweet me any pictures you have. And now I'm going to let you into a little super... Oh, look, that did work. Look, that is really in now. I'll let you into a super secret, guys. This is a super duper secret. What I'm going to do, I'm on a countdown for my 2-year anniversary on my channel. It's 2 years. A video every day for 2 years nearly. And what I am going to do is, to my loyal viewers, and it's really hard to know which are you using the oil, I'm going to say my loyal Patreons, who hopefully are my viewers too, on Patreon, I'm going to start filling a box of things from the back office, precious items, wonderful items. I'm not sure what. Some I might keep, some I might make and not put in the box. I don't know yet. Like this robot, which is made of metal. Looks good. But that box will be full of premium back office tat. Quality stuff I'm having a big clear out. And I don't know yet if it's going to be one box or a few boxes, but it's going to be you Patreons, you loyal Patreons who are following me, going to get the opportunity to just win a gadget show style bumper box of loads of back office stuff. So that's my promise to you. So please nag me if I haven't posted anything up on Patreon by the time you're watching this video. And I'll get onto that just to let you know. But I'm telling you now in this video, I promise to you that I'm going to do that. So yeah, if you want the opportunity to get your hands on some stuff, then you need to keep an eye on that Patreon. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, have an enjoyable weekend, wherever you are, whenever I happen to put this video up. As ever, thanks for watching. I've made a thing, but I don't know what this thing is. It's a little cake.